Good day, everyone. So today we are going to learn, or in this tutorial, we're going to learn in terms of like how to use Pandas profiling in Streamlit. So Pandas profiling will help you in data exploration. So in this case, what we want to automate it in the sense that once you upload your data, it will then automatically do the data exploration. So we are going to use Streamlit for us to do that. So at the end of the tutorial, you will be able to create an app with such as this one, where we are able to browse and upload any Excel file, and then once you upload it, it will then produce a profiling or a data exploration report automatically for you. So the goal is to make sure that instead of maybe doing step-by-step data exploration, you just want to do it fast by just one click of a button, and then everything is done. So I'm going to show you how to do it in Streamlit, how to integrate that Pandas profiling and Streamlit. So let's do it. I'm going to use VS Code. So I'm going to say code dot so that we can open VS Code. Okay, so we are opening our empty VS Code. So we are going to create a file first. So we are going to create a Python file. So let's name this file data profiling. Okay, .py. Okay, so the first step, once we've created our file, is to import all the required packages. Okay, so let's start by the one that is going to help us in writing the report. So it's NB format. So under NB format, we're going to import write. Okay, let's import Streamlit, of course. Is T. Okay. Next, since we are going to work with data, let's import pandas. Let's import pandas. Is PD. Let's also import num for all the arrays that we're going to use. Okay, is np. Okay, and then let's import our pandas profiling. Would need the pandas profiling module, such that it will help us in whenever we are doing our data profiling. So pandas profiling changed their package, so it's no longer pandas profiling, it's now called Y data profiling. So we are going to import Y data profiling, and then since we are going to use Y data profiling in Streamlit, we are going to import Streamlit data pandas profiling. Import. Here we want to import profile report. Okay, and then lastly, I think we need the part that will help us in doing the report, which is Y data profiling. Under Y data profiling, we want the profile report. Without this one, you won't be able to generate the report. So I think we have the packages that we need. I'm going to create a requirements txt that you then that you then look at when you want to then, in terms of like for you to then import all the packages that you need. Okay, but in this case, for sake of time, let's proceed. So we want to create, in terms of our Streamlit app, we want to have sort of like a vertical sidebar where we will import the data, and then on the right side, that's where all the report will be shown. So first of all, let's create our heading. So let's say Streamlit right for us to create our heading. Let's put double quote. Let's name this data profiling app. Okay, so we can call it this data profiling app. We can put maybe a subheading. So let's put a subheader saying let's put a subheader and let's name it let's say this app will help you to do data exploration. Okay, all right, we're done with our headings. So now let's create our sidebar where we will then put where we will upload our data. So let's say Streamlit sidebar. Let's put a header for the sidebar header. Double quotes. So let's name it user input features here. Okay, and then in the part for uploading the data, let's put the part for uploading the data. So like last time, we are going to name it uploaded file. Okay, uploaded file, the variable for uploaded file, we are going to name it streamlit dot sidebar dot file uploader. Let's put our double quotes. Okay, so we're going to say upload your input Excel. Remember, we will just want only Excel data here, and in terms of like our model, we will just want it to accept only Excel data. So we're going to put Excel X as okay, and then so if the uploaded file, yes, is not true, if the uploaded file, no, let's not it's not none, which means that if the data is uploaded, let's put a markdown that will create space. Okay, the input, okay, so here we're going to name the data that will be inputted. Let's name it input the data frame like this. Okay, is equals to, which is pandas pd dot read. We want to read Excel like this. Okay, so uploaded file. No, we want this second option, which is uploaded file. Okay, and then our engine. Okay, our engine, we want it to be open XLS. Why is doing this? Open Pi XLS. Okay, all right. So once the data is uploaded, so here we said if, okay, so here we can then say else, to just make sure we close this one, else Streamlit. Let's put a let's save a markdown first to create some space there. Okay, and we then want it to write Streamlit write. Okay, did not upload in your file. Okay, like that. All right. So in between, before we reach the else, we want to now make sure that it's producing the exploration report. So we're going to start by saying profile. So before maybe we go there, let's just see how our application is looking now. So for us to see our application, we say Streamlit run. What is the name of our file? Data profiling. Data profiling.py. Okay. Let's run it and see. Okay. So this is our application. So let's put it side by side, such that as we are developing, we'll be able to see whatever that we are developing here. So here is our sidebar where we'll be able to upload data here. Okay, and this is the section where we'll be able to see all the information here. So I don't think our our header there is looking good, and I think our header there is not looking good. So let's change it here. So maybe instead of writing right, let's write header here. Okay, let's save. Let's rerun. Perfect. Now you can see our header is looking good. We've formatted it well. Okay, all right. So now we want the section where we'll be. Now we want the section where we'll be. We'll now see the report or the profile of our data. So let's create a variable that we call profile. So the profile will be equal to profile report. Okay. So in the profile report, we want it to take the input data that we have inputted there. Okay, and we want the title of that section to be let's name it um, summary of the data. Let's just name it summary of the data. Okay. After that, let's create another title before the other detailed report. Okay. So for the title, let's name it detailed. So this is the um, detailed report for the uploaded data. So this we are putting this before we see the results that we would have uploaded. So we would want it to show that data. So let's put Streamlit right, and we want it to show that this inputted data, which is this one. Okay. So we will just want to see the summary before we see the detailed report. And then for us to see the detailed report, we then say Streamlit profile report. Okay. And we want that profile to take this information from this variable, which is profile. Yeah. That's it. Let's rerun here and see our application. Okay, nothing's showing up because we haven't uploaded data. Let's upload data. Okay, so you can see, let's close this sidebar. So you can see here, let me make it a bit big. So here you can see the summary detailed report for the uploaded data. You can see the summary information here. So it's generating the report. So it usually takes a bit of time. So this heading is too detailed. So let's, instead of putting title here, let's just put a sub header. And in terms of, let's put title here. We're just trying to format our application so that it looks good. Let's reload. So let's go. So it's reloading. Let's give it time. Okay, done. So our application is done. Okay. So this will be, yeah, so this will be the title, the data profiling app. So here this way you see the sidebar where you have uploaded your data and the summary of the data here. The data profiling app, this app will help you to do data exploration. Okay, and then this is detailed report for the uploaded data. So you can, so that you will be able to just see the summary data here, to see how your data looks like. Okay, all right, so this is the summary data, and then from there you then start to see the detailed report that will be generated by Pandas Profiling. So here it gives you an overview of the data, which is the number of variables that were used, the number of observations, any missing cells, etc., any duplicate, etc. So here, as you can see, you are getting the details of the data, which is the part of data exploration that you need to do before you build any model or something like that. So it's giving you all the information here. Okay. um right, so here we have any alerts, which is things that you need to know about your data before you go any further. So here it gives you all the alerts. So here you can see that it gives you, for example, the first alert is age is highly correlated with total working years. Imagine just getting all this information before you even go further uh, to, to, to all the data, or uh, instead of doing line by line, maybe doing the correlations and stuff like that in Python, it's doing all that hard work for you automatically and give you the profile of the data, so that within um, 30 minutes or less, you'll be able to know your data in detail before you proceed to doing your analysis. So here you can see age is highly correlated to total working years. You can see all the variables that are highly correlated that you need to look for before you proceed to your model or any further analysis. Okay, and then if you then go down here, if you go down here, you'll be able to then explore the variables one by one. For example, if you put education, you'll be able to see everything, any missing values, the graphs, summary graph, okay, gender, etc. You'll be able to see the details one by one through this drop down, okay. And then if you go down here, it's now showing you the interactions between the variables. So it starts by the continuous variables, where it will be calculating the correlations. So the correlation between daily rate and years with current manager is the one that is shown here. Okay. If you want to change cost to see the relation between cost of hiring and years with current manager, you can just click the variable that you want to compare. If you want to compare cost of hiring with age, you just choose age on the second part, and then you can see the areas in terms of like the summary, sort of like scatter plot between age and the cost of hiring. Everything will be shown on the graph there. If you want to see cost of hiring and years since last promotion, you can see in terms of like this the scatter plot that is there. And then in terms of the correlations, here it can give you a heat map of the correlations. Okay, so these darker boxes, it means that there is high correlations um, between those two variables. Okay, that's why you can see that diagonal line which is showing high correlations, because it is that variable against another variable. Okay, another dark box here is the relationship between department and job role. Okay, so the job role in terms of like what the employee does and department there is it's highly correlated. As you know, that there are certain roles that fall under certain departments. That's why there is a high correlation there. And then you can see moderate correlations that are appearing between years with current manager and years at Kanban. Of course, years with current manager and years at Kanban, you can assume before even doing the analysis that there will be high correlations there. So this helps you in understanding any relationship between variables before you then go further to do your models or your analysis. If you want to see in terms of the correlations in numbers, you can then click table and then show you the correlations in numbers. For example, correlation between total working years and age is highly correlated there, so you can clearly see that. So and here you can see details in terms of like any missing values. You can see in terms of like the sample your data. Okay, so this helps you into to profile your data before you go on further to do your analysis. So I would advise you to use Pandas data profiling, and it's very much easy and fast when you then combine it with Streamlit. So I hope you have learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to put a link in terms of like where you can get a GitHub link where you can get the code that is that we've done or that we have used, and that's it. You can then practice on your own. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Enjoy your day. Bye.